picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. EA Sports College Football ready to roll in Week 3. It's the FIU Panthers and the BYU Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
I caught up with the Panthers head coach. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the FIU Panthers offense will be first on the attack. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4...
Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Lewis.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Escapes the pressure going right. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cougars offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Will Wilson led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out.
And how much fun has it been watching this young man early this season as advertised? He was so special a year ago. And David, you could really see all the work this guy has put in the offseason. He's playing at a different level early this season and certainly looking to continue that today.
And that's why this team's doing a lot of winning, and he's doing a lot of performing. Like, he's coming out the gates really, really strong, got his team in position early on. Listen, you got to start fast. Then you get to the middle of the season. Impressed by the way he started this season.
He's got it down the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Wilson will throw. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They get to him as he throws. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Reed. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Panthers! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that drive covered 40 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wilson to pass. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gets rid of it.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
Searching for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Panthers. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wilson will throw. Reels it in. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Looking long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Off play action on 1st down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to...
Makes a grab and room to run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Flips it out to the back. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to pass. Still looking to his right. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Burrowing for yardage. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a 1st down for FIU. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now.
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wilson to pass. The screen, he can go. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. It's complete to the right. He was searching for that first down marker, but he'll come up short. They stop him at the 22. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. On the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 2nd and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was drilled just as he... Pass, it's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Got his man in the middle. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Moving out to the right. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Oh, he's got some space. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Out wide left, it's Upshaw. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. And the Panthers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Just gets rid of that one. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
When you spread them out and you go sideline to sideline and you got 5 wide receivers, you took extra blockers and you took them out wide. So quarterbacks have to read the defense really quickly, get rid of the football, and the defense did a good job applying pressure and speeding that process up.
No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wilson will throw. Caught. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. The holder will put it down at midfield, a 60-yard attempt from the left side, no less. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 17 team, the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's the Bears looking for a second win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Provo. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside LaVell Edwards Stadium.
The Panthers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll return it. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Hey guys, the FIU head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Throws to the wideout. Left side, it's Thomas. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wilson to pass. It's complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cougars! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what...
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They come out for the first time in this second half, the lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Play action on 1st down. Right side, it's Phillips. Makes the grab, it down immediately. He picks up a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
FIU set up with another first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides to the back. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Uncorks it. Touchdown, FIU! And the beatdown has ensued.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And right down the middle. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Turning it on. He's at the 50. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. He lets one fly deep, and they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Wilson will throw. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Escapes trouble. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Selling the fake. They get to him, and now they'll face a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside away from...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rush is on. Still on his feet at the 25. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the grab in their space. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Lewis. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Headed into the final period, both of these backs have been strong so far and looking to be able to finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. of the gun. The running back has it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Reed. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. FIU trying to pick up the first. It's 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats at the end of the season. We look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Right side, it's Thomas. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Stop right there.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good... late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Reed. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on 2nd down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Just barely got rid of it.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And after that incompletion, they are left with a 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Brown. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. FIU will line up to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. All the way back to the 15. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Wilson to pass. Extending the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession.
Going for the big play. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Right, here we go. Ready. 14.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's got the first down. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Let's go!
And the Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the back. Drops back on first down. Gets it to the back. Past the 30. Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
Hand off from the shotgun. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
They give it to him again. Maybe got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida International. And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And with this touchdown, man, you got to get a little bit excited. Getting your first win of the season. First 2 weeks has not gone how you wanted it to go. But today, put a good game together. Offense now scoring this last touchdown. Defense go out. Hold on. Don't make big mistakes. And you got your first dub of the season.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity.
Gonna take a shot. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Still running at the 40. It's a seam wide open. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. A little too aggressive with the hands there. Got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
With the clock running, this should be the final play.